So when I say, I thank our president for giving us such an opportunity, blanketed in difficulties, so that strong men like us can rise. I know what I am talking about. When your business pays you $1 million month, the least of your problems is going to be the cost of fuel. The least of your problem is going to be how much gold is charging you. The least of your problem is going to be the cost of rising stock in the market, because now you are bigger than the economy. The economy is not a blanket thing. It's not something that spreads evenly across all spheres. No, your economy is designed and defined by you. You can choose to have the economy of a 30K person. You can choose to have the economy of a 1 million naira person. But whatever economy you choose to have, is going to be dependent. Let it not be heard that because the cost of fuel was high, your family is not. Let it not be heard that because the cost of fuel was high, you are not paying your bills. Because of the cost of fuel was high, you are having trouble in your home because of money. When you have a God-sent business that thrives in turbulent times, we need to understand this. Life is a mystery. And unless you are one of those who develop mastery, if you don't develop mastery, you are one of those who will continue to struggle. You want to make sure you develop mastery in everything, in our business. Develop mastery in the business. The moment you see somebody doing better than you, that person has developed mastery over some activities more than you. We're told by Ambassador Mike that there are no bad seasons, there are no good seasons. There are only different seasons. There are no bad times, there are no good times. There are only what? Different times. It is lack of understanding that will make you think that we are currently in a bad season. Lack of understanding. Because right now we're in a season where opportunities abound. And if you want to win in the season we are currently, you must develop mastery at what you do. You must develop mastery. There are people that say, rain is better than rainy season is better than Harmattan. By the time rain falls for 6 months, you understand what we're talking about. In fact, rain falling continuously for 2 days, you start praying for the rain to come, to stop. So it is all about the season where you find yourself. What you need to do is to develop mastery at that point and use your mastery to turn the season to your favor. I want you guys to go to the chat room and type down, I will use I will develop mastery and turn my season to my favor. I will develop mastery and turn the season to my favor. Right now, people are angry, bitter, but instead of you just sitting down there and complaining about it, whining about it, why don't you just do something about it? You see, we tell you that the ED 3.0 allows you to design your life, design your income, your economy, right? And design your your income. Design your income, design your life, design your economy. You must develop mastery at designing all these phases of your life in this season. Let me tell you the truth. Your boss will not increase your salary. If you like, go and bring in Nigerian Union of Journalists or Nigerian Union of whatever they call those people in charge of labor. They come and they protest. Nothing will happen. Nothing will happen. It won't change anything. Subsidy is gone, it's gone. If at all, it is not going to go again because we thought subsidy was removed many years ago and I don't understand. But then, it is somebody who does not understand the times that goes around complaining. Your job is to take advantage of the opportunity. Take advantage of the opportunity you find in front of you. Every time you find a problem, you see a problem, look at the problem from the eyes of an opportunity. So what are the opportunities available to us from what is happening currently in Nigeria? People are losing money fast without money coming in. What does that tell you, right? You can find a way, because no matter what people do, people will need to spend money. They will need to take care of their families. They will need to feed. They will need to transport themselves. They will need to go to the hospital. They will need to do all the basic things, meaning money must go. It is times like this that make people more open-minded. And what better way than our business? That's why we have that powerful script we use in inviting people to see our presentation. We need to do a video soon that capitalizes on this opportunity. Inviting people to see our presentation that says, I came across a crazy concept that blew my mind. It shows people how to raise cash flow in a dwindling economy like Nigeria. Something like that. We want to put a script together that takes advantage of what is happening right now. And people can use that and get people to come sit down and listen to your presentation. People need money to come in. People who before now are not open-minded to what you are telling them, they will become open-minded. They will become open-minded naturally, whether they like it or not, because an opportunity has arisen for you. Hear me out. What you have in front of you is a gold mine. If you are sleeping on this bicycle, you're sleeping on a moving bicycle, you will crash. Because the opportunity for you presented by the issues in Nigeria today is so huge that it is only somebody who is not smart that will not take advantage of it. People who understand the significance of the season take advantage of the season instead of complaining. Take advantage of the season instead of complaining. If you don't take advantage of the season will take advantage of you. It's just as simple as it is. If you don't take advantage of the season will take advantage of you. Nothing more, nothing less. I tell you, are we following? What are we people facing currently in this season we find ourselves? What are people facing? People are facing despair. People are facing hardship. People are facing uncertainty. These are things people are facing currently. If people are facing all these things currently, the question you want to ask yourself is, what are you bringing to the table to help out? What are you bringing to the table to help people with their despair, to help people with their hardship, to help people with uncertainty? Your job in this season is to make the light shine. So for those of you who have not been taking your business serious, you are not helping yourself. For those of you who have not been taking your business serious, you are not doing what you need to do. This is the time for you to start taking your business serious, because we tell you our business is the only business that is recession proof. Recession does not affect our business. How many businesses closed shop during COVID? Yet during COVID, our business soared beyond expectations. Our business is a recession proof job. In fact, for many of you who are working, your salaries will be cut down. Instead of increasing it, they will cut down salaries. It will happen. Those who cannot cut down salaries, they will reduce staff. They will reduce their staff. And guess what? AI is taking over. Artificial intelligence is taking over. Robots are taking over opportunities for people. So if you are not doing anything about it, you are putting yourself in a very bad situation. I was eating somewhere a few days ago, and a gentleman, there was some other men with me there. And somebody just said something about the fuel stuff, and I turned, I looked at them, I laughed, and we started talking. It doesn't take many to start engaging in conversation. And we started talking, and all of a sudden, I now told them that, look, this thing has been said over and over and over again, and people didn't prepare for it. One of them was asking, but how can someone prepare for it now? I said, I prepared for it. Another one now looked at me and said, yes, this man prepared for it. That I know him, I know you very well. I used to watch, I've watched a number of your videos. I know you very well. I was shocked. He knows me very well. He now started telling them about me, a lot of things about me, and they were all very, very interested. And of course, I collected their numbers. We could have a meeting with them because I prepared. Did you prepare? Did you prepare for what is to come? Did you prepare for the hardships around the corner? Have you created your own economy, or are you existing in the Nigeria economy? Our business is a recession-proof business. And if you are not bent on building a 7-figure income in your business, you are not helping yourself. If you are earning less than 200,000 naira in our business, and you say you are a cell anchor or a hub anchor, and you are earning less than 200,000 naira, go and get a job of 200,000 naira and do it. Go get a job. That's where you should be. You cannot be doing our business and you're doing 200,000 naira. You cannot be doing our business and you're doing 500,000 naira. You've been with us in this business for 1 year and you're doing 500,000 naira in a month. You need to get your head examined because probably you're not doing the business. So I want to tell you, hear me out. This is the time for you to start running presentation. This is the time for you to start running meetings. This is the time for you to start opening your mouth and talking to people. This is a time for you to look for people within that age range of 19 to 25 and show them hope. Show them hope. The greatest symptom of despair is inaction. That's the greatest symptom of somebody who is in despair, inaction. If you are not taking action towards changing your life, towards changing your business, towards changing everything consciously, oh, you are in a very, very deplorable state. Imagine that with 50,000 naira, you can begin to live an amazing life with just 50,000 naira. Imagine you tell somebody, you know what, I can show you how with just 50,000 naira, you can begin to make an extra 300,000 naira every month. Do you think that person wants to hear you? Yes, the person wants to hear you. If you make that in an advert, hi, my name is so I am from so organization. I just have something very simple to tell you. Have you been hit hard by the economy? Have you been hit hard by the recent increase in fuel prices? I have great news for you. You are one of those rare people whose lives can change over the next 30 days. With just 50,000 naira, I can show you how you can begin to do an extra 200,000 naira over the next 3 months, right? Click on the link below and join me and let's have that conversation. Guess what? People will be clicking and joining you. Are you one of those who have been hit hard, right? Or can you lay your hands on 2,000 naira one way or another? Click on that link and I will show you how with just 50,000 naira, you can begin to earn over 300,000 naira over the next 6 months. People will rush you. They will rush you to know what you're talking about. Because right now, people are open-minded. People are open-minded. You need to start presenting. You need to start showing people the business. You need to stop keeping quiet. You need to become strong. Unfortunately, today, the world is filled with weak men and weak women. The world is filled with weaklings. And these weak people are the ones who are making things difficult for themselves. The rulers of the world want to put you under control. And because they want to put you under control, they tend to give you sweet things, according to Ambassador Mike. Sweet things, right? Those sweet things are the things that destroys you. And I used to tell people that I said, look, if you want somebody to tell you those sweet things you want to hear, go home. Your wife will tell you the sweet things. Your children will tell you the sweet things. Your relative will tell you the sweet things. It is not my job to tell you the sweet things. It's not my job to give you sugar. My job is not to give you sugar. My job is to tell you the truth. The Bible says the truth will do what? The truth will set you free. The truth will set you free. But before the truth sets you free, the truth will piss you off. So my job is to piss you off. If I can piss you off enough, I can help you change your life. It's that simple. So that's what I want to do. I want to piss you off so you can change your life. But today, there's no need for me to bother pissing you off. You know why? Because the economy has pissed you off already. So if you choose to exist with the economy the way it is currently formatted, on your own, you're on your own. The world is filled with men and women today. The world is filled with weak men and women. So you need to take advantage of the season we find ourselves today. And you need to leave your comfort zone. The comfort zone is a killer of strong men. Go to the chat room and type it down. The comfort zone is a killer of strong men. The comfort zone is a killer of strong women. You only want to do those things that comes to you naturally, easily, without difficulty. That is how weak people are raised. Weak people are raised in an environment of comfort. Strong men are built during difficult times. Weak men are built during easy times. So what is the solution? Ambassador Mike said, avoid taking sugar. Avoid taking sugar. There is no place where I've ever seen an advantage to taking sugar. Everything sweet destroys. Avoid taking sugar. Avoid the praises. That is taking sugar. Avoid the comfort zone. That is taking sugar. They have so designed your life to be weak so that you can now become a puppet that can be controlled by giving you sugar. How do you make sugar? You sit down from morning till night, all you're doing is Instagram. You're taking sugar. From morning till night, you're watching movies. You're taking sugar. Guess what? Movies are now available to us everywhere. I remember those days for you to watch movies. First of all, you go and rent a video cassette. So you can't buy all of them. So you go and rent a video cassette, and then you now come back home and then you plug in the cassette and watch your video. You can only watch it when you're back from work. But today, there is video with you everywhere you go. Any kind of video you want to watch, it goes with you anywhere you want to go. They're there. They're on Netflix, Prime Time, HBO. They are on everywhere, on YouTube, on Instagram. We have people today cracking jokes, doing things outside. And guess what? They're posting it. And the moment you open one, you watch, you swipe, you go to the next one, it takes another 3 minutes, you swipe, you watch the next one, it takes another 1 minute, you swipe, you watch another one, it takes another 5 minutes. Time is going while you are there sucking sugar. They put it in your mouth and you're going your way. Your destiny is being wrecked through distraction. And so that is being done so that the moment difficult times show, you won't even know that they have programmed you to be weak until difficult times show. Then you see that you cannot do anything about it. How do you take advantage of this period? Avoid taking sugar. Go for those things that will strain you, that will stretch you. Start getting yourself trained. Start becoming a master in what you are doing. Is it this business? Become a master. That's number 2. Position yourself as a leader. A leader leads. A boss pushes. A leader leads from the front. A boss pushes from the back. Go and do. You want to become a leader. You want to be that person who is out there in front, showing your team what to do. What does that mean? It means that every Tom, Dick, or Harry in the business get into presentation mode. Start presenting. Start talking about the business. Start opening your mouth. If you don't present, you will not have a team of presenters. Your business can only grow to the extent to which you are prepared to raise trainers and presenters in your team. If your organization does not have presenters, if your organization does not have trainers, then you are building a weak organization. Nothing more, nothing less. So, whose responsibility it is to raise leaders in your organization, to raise trainers in your organization? It is your responsibility. Number 3, do the hard thing. Do those things that are tough. Do those things that will stretch you, right? If it means walking a long distance, just walk that long distance just to do something difficult. If it means walking under the sun, walk under the sun just to do something difficult. If it means going to the gym, go to the gym just to do something difficult. From time to time, do something difficult. Climb the staircase instead of using the elevator. From time to time, do something difficult. Do something hard so that you are not weak. So that you don't look at them and say, I can't do it, I can't is a killer today. This is me, it's a killer today. This is me, this is how I am. I can't do anything, I can't go and come and kill myself. I can't go and come and kill myself. These are the things that are sold to you that makes you weak. The generation of today is a generation of weak people, especially the young ones today. And Pastor Mike said they sent him 10 people to come do youth service. He rejected all of them. I remember some time ago, they sent me about 4 or 5 people to come. All of them, even the ones I took, had to sneak into my table, take my papers and run away. Take their paper and run away. Weak people who don't want to work. I invited people for interview, and somebody sent me a message and said, this CV thing, is it really important? Really? Send me your CV. The person saying, this CV stuff, is it really important? You call yourself a graduate, you're coming to get a job. This CV, is it really important? You find people who come for interviews today, and they dress like people going for basketball training. They don't care how they look. Somebody is coming for an interview, and the person asking me, is the job remote? The first time I was hearing that concept, is the work remote? Meaning you're working from home. Why not give yourself your own job and work from the house? I want to tell you, if you are below the age of 27, right? Or even 30 years and below, if you are 30 years and below, walk up to somebody who is in their 40s and 50s, 60s, and ask them to examine you, examine your life, examine my behavior, and tell me, compare me to how you grew up and how people were handled in your time, and see if I am weak. Examine yourself to know if you are weak. There are lots of weak people today. COVID even made it worse. People became too lazy to move themselves to change their lives. You call somebody, and the man said, you say, you come for the person, said, yeah, I'll come. And the person does not show up. This is somebody who says, thank you so much, God bless you, and this opportunity what I've been looking for, and the person does not show up. You know why? Laziness in high and low places. The person can be easily distracted. We sent out a video yesterday, and in that video, an angel appeared to somebody and gave the person a plate of food, and said, take this plate of food and go out and give it to somebody, right? And then the angel appeared to that person. Let's call that person Mr. A. The angel then appeared to Mr. A and said, Mr. A said, and told Mr. A, your job is to go save weak people, is to go save people who are weak. That person said, how can I go save people who are weak? I am hungry. That's Mr. B talking now. I am hungry. The angel said, don't worry about your hunger. Mr. A is coming to give you food. You will have the strength to go do what you are doing. And then the angel now appeared to another person, let's call that person Mr. C, and told Mr. C, your job is to go and preach and combat my people. He now said, how will I go and preach and combat my people, your people, when my enemies are looking for me to kill me? He said, don't worry, Mr. B is coming to destroy your enemies, and then you can go do the work I've sent you. But Mr. A, that was supposed to bring the food out, do you know what Mr. A did? Mr. A was on Instagram, on TikTok, on Twitter. The food was right beside Mr. A. Didn't do anything about it. So leave this food thing first. Everything I food, do it now. I will do it later. I don't get power. On TikTok, this joke is funny. And while Mr. A was doing that, the person who was hungry, Mr. B, died of hunger. And by dying, could not save Mr. C, who was supposed to go and preach and convert the world. And the enemies killed Mr. C because of distraction, because of laziness. Your destiny and the destiny of other people are interwoven. I tell people, don't think that what we have for 1 second is just a business. It is not just a business, it is a vocation. A business is something you can choose to do or not. A vocation is something that you cannot choose. A vocation is given to you by God to go to. And if you don't follow your vocation, God will penalize you. Jonah in the Bible, he had the vocation to go preach to people and he refused. He ran away. He climbed, entered the ship, wanted to cross the ocean. The ship almost sank until they threw him in. The vocation followed him there. A whale swallowed him and vomited him in the place where he was supposed to go do his business, to go preach. He still refused to go preach. He went and hid under a tree. The sun came out and dried the tree. Nobody told him he went to preach. Jonah will tell you. Ask Saul, who was out there persecuting everybody until the vocation slammed him hard, struck him with blindness until he started preaching. When you are called to a vocation, you cannot run away from it. If you die without fulfilling your vocation, you will settle with God. Our business is a typical replication of this story I just told. It is telling you, okay, do this business so you can connect John, who will connect Peter, who will connect Ade, who will connect him, or whatever the person's name is. And that person can begin to live the good life. And the children won't die. But no, you don't want to do the business. You don't want to take advantage of the time. You don't want to do what needs to be done. And you are there making excuses. You are there on TikTok. You are there on Instagram. And people are dying all over the place that will have been rescued if and only if you listening to me today decided to take your business serious. If people, your destiny is interwoven with the destinies of other people. So today you need to decide to do hard things. Get out of your comfort zone and do those hard things. Subject yourself to some measure of pain on purpose. Because where there is no pain, there can be no gain. Subject yourself to pain. Go to the gym, do exercises, just make your body, remove yourself from your body for some time. If you go to some monasteries, you will see them sitting on needles. Some monasteries, when they want to pray, they use a very small stool, very tiny stool, to just support themselves, and they can be there for hours, putting themselves through pain. Your body can only allow you to shine when your body goes through pain. It is in pain that your body releases power. Develop your mind. So that when the wheat is separated from the chaff, you will stand out. Develop your mind. I was telling my team some people yesterday, your mind controls your activities. Your subconscious mind is only, it controls 90% of your activity. Your conscious mind is just about 10%. How do you feel? What if you want to take your very first step? Every step you take, you think about it. I'm taking step 1 now. I'm taking step 2 now. I want to take step 3 now. Okay. I had a car horn. I just heard a car horn. Even hearing the car horn on its own needs to be a conscious activity. I need to look at the left. I had a horn. Let me see if a car is coming. You now look left. Okay, no car is coming. I need to look forward. You look forward. Okay, I want to take the next step. What if you think about everything on earth you want to do? You will crumble. Some of you watching now, you didn't even know when you joined the Zoom meeting. You just joined the Zoom meeting. You didn't know that you were even joining Zoom meeting. You didn't process it. Okay, I am joining Zoom meeting. I am clicking now to join. You just joined. You might have been eating and joined. You didn't even know, because it is a subconscious working. But your subconscious mind is infinitely powerful, but controlled by the conscious mind. You program your subconscious mind through your conscious activities. So if you consciously tell yourself, I want to change my mindset, you begin to do things that will change your mindset. Your mindset will change. The subconscious mind does not know the difference between what is true and what is not true. You can deceive your subconscious mind into bringing that activity into reality. Some people say that's lying to yourself. Yes, fake it until you make it. Fake it until you make it. That's what happens. When you want to live the life you are looking for, begin to see yourself in the lights. Begin to do things that will put you in that light. And then it begins to manifest naturally for you. Don't let the activities around you find where you want to go to. You create the activity and put yourself in an environment that is congruent to your goals, in an environment that works to help you attain your goals more. That's where you want to be. So you can create your own environment. Brian Tracy said, if you don't like where you are, change it. You are not a tree. And that's the truth. You are not a tree. You can do something about your state of mind today. You can do something about your life today. You can do something about where you are today as a person to change it. So develop your mind. Develop yourself so that when the wheat is separated from the chaff, you will stand out. And let me tell you, the money that will make you rich is not in your pocket. The money that will make you rich is in the pockets of other people. How do you find them? Where do you find them? The only way for you to collect these monies from them is for you to go to the trenches. The times we find ourselves today calls for strong men and women who are ready to go to the trenches. The time we find ourselves in today calls for strong men and women who are ready to go to the trenches, who are ready to get dirty, who are ready to change their lives. My WhatsApp image has not changed in years. It has not changed in years, and it's not going to change until the end of time. My WhatsApp DP. You know why? Because what is written there is the driving force for me. It shows the picture of a cheetah covered in mud with a fish in his mouth. And it is written, never be ashamed of your hustle. Never be ashamed of your hustle. No one will feed you if you are broke. Be dirty to get your food instead of clean and hungry. Refuse to be a beggar. Wealth is a choice. Poverty is a choice. And I dare to also add that the choice is yours. Oh, I love this saying by the Yorubas. I talk about it a lot, right? Owo working room, right? Owo working room, something like that. I don't speak Yoruba, but something like that, right? The money you get from shit does not smell. A lot of people focus on the shit. Forgive my language, but it drives the message. A lot of people focus on the shit instead of the money. Get dirty in the trenches and give yourself the good life. By the time you are meeting people at the high levels, you are not wearing those clothes you wore in the trench. You're not wearing them. When you come out in your blazer, when you come out in your nice native, when you come out in your amazing shoe, when you are shuffled in a Bentley, nobody will ask you what happened in the trench. What do you want to do to take advantage of the season? Don't join the bandwagon of youths and people who don't want to fall under accountability. Don't follow people who don't want to be regimented. Don't. If you don't regiment yourself, if you don't regiment your business, if you don't bring yourself under accountability, you are part of those people who cannot win. Weak. Men perform better under accountability. That's why we have the concept of the accountability partner. Men perform better when somebody holds them accountable. Somebody says, I will take my business to the next level. I'll be serious with my business. I will do this. I will do that. The very next day, the guy does not show up in the office. The day after that, he doesn't show up in the office. The person never shows up, and before you know what happens, the person dies off because there is no accountability. You see somebody, you tell the person, do this, and the person gets angry at their leader, and you start looking for reasons to quarrel with your leader because you don't look for somebody, you don't want somebody to hold you accountable. What are you looking for? And not win. So bring yourself under accountability. If your leader tells you something, go and do it. Respect your leader. As he's talking, you are taking action. Don't be weak. Stop looking for things that will bring you money with minimal strength. I remember I watched a video by one of his state brothers, and somebody was asking him, how can the easiest way you can become a millionaire? What's the easiest way to become a millionaire? He looked at me and said, what kind of stupid question is that? Why will you be looking for an easy way to become a millionaire? There are no easy way to be a millionaire. If you are looking for an easy way to be a millionaire, that means you shouldn't even be thinking about. You want to become successful in our business, you're looking for shortcuts. You can become successful. There are no shortcuts. You must put in the grind. You must put in the work. You must get yourself trained. You must attend the cell meeting. You must attend the presentation. You must do whatever it takes. You know why? Success is not for the lazy. Financial freedom is not for lazy people. Lazy people have one duty and one duty only. The job of the lazy man is to work for the financially free man. If you don't like that quote, the job of the lazy man is to work for the financially free man. So if you are lazy, don't worry. Your job is to work for that guy who is financially free. Your job is to make it possible for that guy to be sipping calypso under a coconut tree while smoking his cigar, right? And receiving a massage by the beachside, and yet his account balance continues to increase. That is your job. Stop looking for easy money, and that's what youths are doing today. You see 10 people in one room, all of them holding laptop, Yahoo, trying to look for easy money. But they do more work there than they would have done to legally make very good money. And they all come in thinking it's easy. How many Hush Puppy do you know? Go and even ask Hush Puppy his story. If Hush Puppy told you what he did, how much he worked to get to his level of scams, do I call it scamism, or what do I even call it? You will say it's better I don't even do it at all. You cannot win when you are looking for fast money, shortcut. Stop looking for what to make you money with minimal strength. Stop chasing your leaders all over the place. Come and do this for me. Come and do this for me. Come and do this for me. Come and present for me. Come and follow up for me. Come and do this for me. I was speaking to one of my leaders some days ago, and I said, if you don't leave your team members to make their mistakes, if you always do it for them, you will raise lazy teammates. That means you cannot travel. You cannot see the world. Because what you taught them is what they do. In every business, there must be collateral damage. Collateral damage are the people that will not join you in your business because they don't like who presented or because the presenter did not present well. There must be collateral damage in every business, including our own. Let your people learn. If you don't want collateral damage, then forget it. You can't have presenters. There must be collateral damage. Your job is to minimize collateral damage by making sure you train them. You watch them present. You correct them. We did a training recently on presentation. You want to go back and watch that training on how to be a presenter and learn how to present, and never complain about the season. Never complain about the season. When you complain about the season, you get God angry. The Israelites would have gotten from Egypt to Israel, across the Red Sea and everything, in 40 days. Who knows why it took them 40 years? Who knows why it took the Israelites 40 years to make a 40 days journey? Somebody tell me in the chat room. Who knows why? A journey of 40 days took 40 years. They were complaining. That is the reason why they were complaining. This is what happened. Let me tell you what happens when you complain. Let me tell you what happens when you complain. It is logical. There is nothing complicated in it. Look at it. I am supposed to run 100 kilometers, let's say 2 kilometers, and both of us are running. We start running. I now turn to you and start complaining. What will happen to my speed? My speed will drop. I might even stop and make sure you face me very well so I can complain to you very well. I can explain the situation to you. I can cross the T's and dot the I's. Can tell you how the road is hot, how the sun is up there, how there are stones on the ground, how the shoe we're using to run is not good, right? How I'm sweating. How I have important things to do that I left and I'm running in the middle of the road. The Israelites, 40 years to accomplish a 40 days journey. They started complaining. They started whining. They started murmuring among themselves. God hates complaining. Do you know why God hates complaining? He was asking, is this one of my citizens? Is this a guy made in my image and likeness? Who is this one that I don't know? 40 days and you are there and you are complaining. And it took them 40 years to get there. Those elders that were the chief complainers died off completely. And most of the people who got into the land flowing with milk and honey were the young ones who were children then, who could not make decisions, and those who were born in the journey. The complainers were removed. You want to win, stop complaining about the season. Let me tell you one thing about this. You don't create the season. God creates the season. And he creates the season for a reason. God creates those seasons for a reason. So I hate the rainy season, I hate the dry season, blah, 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 blah. Why do you think thunder fire people under the rain? See some people going back, thunder finish them. Why? Complain. So you see that season you are complaining about, it's the season that will eat your leg. So don't complain. Take advantage of the season. What if God complained when he started creating the world? What if he complained? And this kind of world I'm trying to create. The earth, imagine the earth was without form and void, and darkness was moving over the face of the deep, and the spirit of the Lord was hovering over the face of the water. What all these things after creating? What is this thing I created? No, he went to work, and ordered everything and set everything in motion. What does that tell you? When you face seasons that are not in your favor, go to work. Call up the God spirit in you and go to work. When you face seasons that are not in your favor, go to work. When you face seasons that are not in your favor, remember that is where your ingenuity comes into play. You know why? Because that is where what you are designed for. You are designed to be a creator. That's why God says, go, dominate, fill the earth and subdue it. Subduing the earth means you are in control of the season. Find yourself. So no matter what the season is, comport yourself and tackle this. Tough times never last. If you are not tough in tough times, the season will swallow you. If you are tough in tough times, the season will bow down to you. The season we find ourselves right now, it is a season where we need men to stand up, men to take over, men to start presenting. When I speak of men, I don't speak of the male gender. I speak of men, I speak of strong people. Take over. Rise up to make presentations. Rise up to do close down. Rise up to take charge of your business. Rise up and stand for your team. Be the backbone on which your team will grow in this period of toughness, in this period of difficulty. There are many weak people in your team right now, but they are weak not because they want to be weak. They are weak right now because they only need a strong leader in front of them to show them the way so that they can tap on the strength of that leader to become strong. Be that leader they want to tap into, they want to tap from. Be that strength they want to rely on so that your men, your team can raise men, can raise presenters, can raise follow-up, people can follow up, can raise people who can close down, can raise people who can create millionaires and give people the good life. You are destined for greatness. You believe you are truly. Thank you so much, everyone.